Hard to know where to even begin with this one because, even by critical drinker standards, this is pretty bottom of the barrel, and the historical ignorance on display is just jaw dropping. So let's get to it. So, apparently, Critical Drinker made a prediction video, which basically passes itself off as if he actually saw the film and is telling us all the glorious stupidities in it, but he doesn't offer much evidence or even real analysis as to why he thinks this, or even why this is such a horror show. So, since almost everything in this video is a lie or a complete error, we're just going to go through some of the major highlights. But there's more to delve into because it is really wacky stupid. So he makes this very strange conjecture that Naru, who's the female protagonist, is going to team up with the Predator to kill off the evil white racist Europeans for reasons.
Was a cynical man that was haunted by the message. I'd say that these guys will end up portrayed as the real villains of the movie, and strong female character will decide to team up with the Predator to fight them off and protect her people. But surely no screenwriter would be that dumb, right?
Why do you want to hunt? Because you all think that I can't.
Oh. No, don't.
Well, it's a sad day when even Critical Drinker's friends and allies basically have to tell him, no, that's not true. That did not happen in the movie. Also, there's no reason to expect it would happen. So he's just wrong.
Watch this. And I'm not ragging on the Critical Drinker because he's great. I've done the After Hours podcast with him before. He's a great dude. I like the Critical Drinker a lot. But he was so wrong when he said, I bet they're going to team up against the fur trappers. Couldn't be more wrong.
So Drinker also raises the issue and or question of how authentic could this narrative be, because we're hearing them speak in, quote, modern American English.
Also, why does everyone in this movie talk with a modern-day Californian accent?
You can't.
I'm trying to protect you.
Protect me from what?
Call me crazy, but shouldn't they be speaking Comanche or something?
And that is true, except the filmmakers anticipated this, and yes, there is a Comanche language version of this film. They do have a Comanche language version available. It's not much of an issue. If you do want that more authentic sounding version, you can access it. They thought about these things, and they answered these questions. But then, just when you think you're done with all this moronic alt-right virtue signaling to his hardcore, nasties, he adds in some pretty insane racism for no reason.
So strong female character takes her suspiciously domesticated pet dog and
So apparently because these characters are Native American characters, they don't know how to domesticate animals. Because I guess the Native Americans, they live with mud and squalor. They don't have advanced anything. They don't have advanced cultures. They don't have advanced weapons. They don't have advanced governments. Now, I want to be careful with this. I'm still learning a lot about Native American history, but even I know this is a complete moronic conjecture on his part. These cultures are fairly advanced. Just the Mayan civilization, to just give one example, it had the concept of zero. These cultures had fairly advanced technology for the time period. They knew about these things. Why would you think them domesticating a dog would be beyond their reach? Why? Based on what? What is your qualification to say these things? Are you qualified as a cultural anthropologist? Have you studied Native American histories? Do you know these languages? Do you know these cultures? Well, I guess the best you can say about this is this review could have been worse. That's true. At least he says, well, maybe it's possible this will be a good film. He offers it as a possibility. And he does allow that maybe this is going to hook up to Predator 1 and 2 in terms of certain visual elements we were presented in those films. And guess what? Yes, this does cohere with the other films. It doesn't really disturb the narrative of the other films. There really is nothing to complain about. There are things that are flawed in the film, and we can get to those things. But really, he's just making stuff up out of nowhere. He's really just imposing a lot of crazy conspiracy stuff that's not in the film. It wasn't even in the trailer. This is just a lot of moronic conjecturing based on paranoia that he self-generated. So it's not very good as a review. And even the comment section is correcting him pretty severely, saying, You got it all wrong. That's not true. This didn't happen in the film. Where are you getting this stuff from? I hate to disagree with you. So even his own fans and subscribers are telling him, yeah, you're wrong. And not just a little bit wrong, but like 100% wrong. Completely wrong, wrong, wrong. Stupid, racist, sexist, fascist, and just plain wrong. Which is true of most of Critical Drinker's videos, but this one really does take the cake and probably will be the king of stupidity in terms of his content for a long time.